Hello class, this is Demetrius Wilson again. We are now on Chapter 10, Introduction to Business. We're still speaking about marketing. Two chapters are dedicated to the topic, but we're going to more focus on product marketing and a couple other topics. General marketing was the theme, speaking about product place, price, and promotion in Chapter 9, but now in Chapter 10 we're going to get a little bit more detail and speak about product and things of that nature. Product marketing is a core marketing mix and defines what will be priced, promoted, and distributed, meaning the actual product. How much is it? How will you promote it? And then how will you actually distribute the product? If you're able to create and deliver a product that provides exceptional value to your target customer, the rest of the marketing mix is easier to manage. So if you give someone something that works, then it's a lot easier from there. But if you give somebody something that doesn't work, then it gets quite complicated. There are different types of consumer products. You have convenience products like bread, pain reliever, power cord. Like if you need aspirin or Tylenol or something like that, it's a convenience thing. You just jump into 7-Eleven or Vons, you pick it up. Shopping, you have things that you shop for, like shoes. You want to look around a little bit more for shoes. You don't just grab any pair of shoes and just say, oh, I'll take these. Microwaves, things of that nature, things that you do a little bit more shopping for. You would shop more for a house. You would shop more for a car. Specialty, they're highly differentiated, custom goods. So if you wanted like a custom sculpture, that would be a specialty good. And unsought products are things that we really don't want to think about, things that we really don't want to purchase, like insurance, burial plots, caskets, things of that nature. But we do because we have to. Pest control, have a house tenant, things like that. We definitely, we don't want, but sometimes life leads us that direction. So what is a brand? You see the picture in the upper right hand corner, shows Starbucks. Starbucks brand, that picture, very familiar with that. It has an identifier, it comes with a promise. Starbucks, you know what you're getting when you go into Starbucks. It's an asset. You pay some money for it. And it's a set of perceptions, and it has a mind share, right? So your perception in regards to Starbucks is that you're going to get a great cup of coffee. You have tangible and intangible elements. So brands are a combination of tangible and intangible elements. So tangible elements, you have a visual design, right? Remember we talked about tangible, that you're able to touch and feel something. It has logo, color, images, a tagline, packaging, right? Like McDonald's has a tagline, Coca-Cola has a tagline, and they have visual elements to their design. You can see like if you see a can of Coca-Cola, you can recognize it from not a mile away because you can't see a mile, but from far distance away, you can tell that that's Coca-Cola. You can also tell that it's McDonald's. When you see the golden arches, it's distinctive product features, quality design, accessibility, personality. Things that are intangible, like I said, like cleaning carpets or a haircut, things that you can't touch, but you can feel, you can see the actual end result from them. Customers' experience with a product or company, their reputation, things of that nature. Can't touch reputation, but it's definitely there. Will bring or it will deter business. Brands conveying different types of meaning. So attributes, so you have specific product features. Benefits, so attributes translate into functional and emotional benefits. Values, company values and operational principles, right? Those companies stand by those values. Culture, you have cultural elements about the company and their brand. Personality, very strong brands often project a distinctive personality. Mercedes-Benz, BMW is a strong brand. And user, the brands may suggest that the type of users who buy and use a product, that they're probably well off. If you have a Mercedes-Benz, you would think that person probably has a good amount of money. Same thing with the BMW. Brands also create value for consumers. Brands help simplify consumers' choices. If I see Demetrius's Donut Shop and I see Dunkin' Donuts, I'm probably going to walk into Dunkin' Donuts and pick up a donut from there. Brands help create trust so that the person knows what to expect from a branded company, product or service. This builds customer loyalty, which is valuable to a business, right? When people are loyal to your company, they continue to come back, and it brings money over and over to your establishment. Branding strategies. So you have branded house. So you have Apple, BMW, right? Apple has phones, right? They have iPads, they have computers. BMW, they have cars, they have motorcycles. House of brands, you have Tang and Kool-Aid. I'm not sure how many people are still drinking Tang, but definitely people are 100% still drinking a lot of Kool-Aid. Private label or store branding, Safeway Organics, things like Kroger brands that are in Kroger and also in Ralph's, because Ralph's is owned by Kroger. You have no brand branding. Personal and organizational, you have place branding, like we all know Las Vegas, right? It's a place to go, it's a destination. You go to have fun. Co-branding, you have Liz Lange at Target, right? You have that like place like Target at Macy's. Licensing, you see Image to the right, like Campbell's, and you have Star Wars, a special edition of Campbell's Soup, licensing for Star Wars. And brand extension and line extension like Diet Coke, because Coke is the original, but then you have Diet Coke for people who don't want regular soda. Jello pudding pops, but that came from Jello. Product life cycle, you might want to, if you're not familiar with it, press pause on this one, look at how the life cycle goes. And this is very, very normal. And you look at the purple line, this one's going to be profits right here. This one is going to be sales. So at product development, profit and sales are very low. At introduction, sales they increase, but profits still stay down here because you have a lot of money to make up for. Then you have growth, right? Sales growth goes high, profit grows, in alignment with their sales, but not as high as the sales, right? Because you still have expenses. Then we get to maturity, so you're still making good money. Sales are very, very high, and then sales start to decline, and profits obviously start to decline when sales start to decline as well. Stages of product life cycle, which is what we just went through. So you have your product development stage, right? So new product and ideas are generated and tested. You have your market introduction stage. Costs are very high and sales are slow, to start with. There's little or no competition. You have your growth stage, costs reduced due to economies of scale. Profitability begins to rise. You have your maturity stage, and that's when, things are mature. Everybody knows about your product. Costs are lowered. Sales volume peaks. Then you have your decline stage. That's when things are coming to the end. People probably no longer going to purchase your product, like a Snuggie. How many people are out buying Snuggies now, but people were buying them like hotcakes before. So that's when things start to go on the decline. Product development process. So remember I said we're going to talk a lot about products. So you're talking about product life cycle. Now we're talking about product development process. So in phase one, you want to generate and screen ideas. And you remember you brainstorm. There are no bad ideas, but although there are no bad ideas, when they take those ideas and they just go ahead and, then they eliminate those in the second round that aren't good ideas. So stage one, generate new product ideas. Stage two, screen those ideas. That's when you get rid of all the bad ones, like Demetrius, your idea was terrible. Let's throw that out. Concept development and testing in stage three. And then in phase two, you develop new products. So you take a business case and analysis, and then you take technical and marketing development and move on from there. Then phase three, commercializing new products. So you want to get it out there. So you have a test marketing, you launch it, and then you evaluate it after you launch it. Did things go right? Did we market it the right way? Or did we do everything wrong and we need to change everything? Yeah, pricing strategies. So it could be a profit-oriented pricing, competitor-oriented pricing, or customer-oriented pricing. So profit, hey, I need to make a lot of money. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just focus on my profit. And then competitor-oriented pricing, right? So we're dealing with, mainly trying to keep things in alignment with competition. Customer-oriented pricing, our customers have a lot more to do with driving that price either up or down. So profit-oriented pricing focuses on finances of the business and product. So profit equals revenue minus price, right? We should all know that. What are the risks? Customers don't care about companies' costs, right? They care about what benefits them. Competitors can undercut pricing and limits pricing flexibility. Competitive oriented pricing, price based on competitors' cost, right? You look at your competitors' cost, and then that's kind of like the guideline or guiding factor, price either to indicate that the company believes its product provider provides greater value or lower to be a low price solution. Simple ways to price products. there are risks involved with that as well. Does not fully take into account the value of the product to the customer. And it might be priced too low for the value that it provides, or too high. If it's priced too low, then you're missing out on profit. If it's priced too high, then you're going to be missing out on sales. Customer-oriented pricing. Customer uses several criteria to decide how much they are willing to spend in order to satisfy a need. So, you have a price valuation equation. So value equals perceived benefits. And remember, it's perceived. It's not necessarily what the true benefits are, but it's what those perceived benefits are. Minus the perceived cost, how much they believe it costs. It could cost you more. It could cost you this amount of dollars and this amount in opportunity costs. In order to increase value, the business can either increase the perceived benefits or reduce the perceived costs. One of the two. Today's marketing trends to favor customer-oriented pricing because it prioritizes the customer and the customer's perception of value, right? We're focusing on what you think as a consumer, and we're having that affect our bottom line as a business. Markup, we should all know this. You get a product, it costs this much, or you make a product, it costs this much, and you add how much you need in order to operate as a business in order to make revenue and profit. The difference between the average cost and the price of all merchandise in stock for a particular department or for an individual item. So you can go by department-wide or just that individual item. So a tie costs $14.50. It's sold for $25.23. The markup is $10.73. It's the difference between what it sold for and what it actually costs. Discounting strategies. So you have quantity discounts. If you buy 3, I'll give you a 10% discount. Seasonal discounts. Nobody's getting in the pool in winter. So we're going to sell pools for a less amount than they would be sold in the summertime, because people really want to get in the pool and be cool. Cash discounts, trade discounts, personal allowances, like rewarding the salespeople. Say, hey, if you get to this amount, then or like, let's say you're the 50th customer for that salesperson, you're allowed to give you everything half off or something like that. Trade-in allowances, like you trade in a car, you get fees, it helps you out. And then price bundling, like you have your bundle with your cable, your phone, internet, and all of that. So we did talk about promotion mix, or the 4 Ps in chapter 9, but the promotion mix is a little bit, it is when you get to the promotion part. Now we're deeply segregating into that particular part. We're not just talking about price, product, place, and promotion. We're talking specifically about the promotional mix. There are many different marketing communication methods that can be used in promotion mix. Like this guy is saying his clever tweet is going to connect with the brand. To dress, we'll get 1,000 new followers, right? And the followers are supposed to end up eventually, you get 1,000 new followers, you get 500 people go to your website, and you get 250 people to sign up. Promotion mix, just like we talked about before, you have your product, price, place, and promotion. But now this is, just like telling into everything about promotions. You have advertising, public relations, sales promotion, personal selling, right? Like door-to-door, digital marketing, like via the internet or Google ad clicks, direct marketing, and guerrilla marketing, which we'll see some examples of. Integrated marketing communication, the process of coordinating all the promotional activities across the different methods. 7 common marketing communication methods are advertising, public relations, personal selling. Those are the ones that we all saw right over here in the very colorful shapes, right? And these are just the words for them right there. Advertising is any paid form, right? Remember, the keyword is paid, of communication from an identified sponsor or source that draws attention to ideas, goods, services, or the sponsor itself. It has 3 primary objectives. They want to inform, they want to persuade, so they inform you of something, then they'll persuade you to do something, and then they want to remind you of something, right? Keeping your head, drink responsibly, right? That'll make you say, hey, maybe I should not get in the car, maybe I should definitely take an Uber. Public relations is a process of maintaining a favorable image and building beneficial relationships between organizations and the actual public. Unlike advertising, public relations does not pay for attention and publicity, right? So public relations, you might have somebody doing PR, but you're not necessarily seeing those tangible results from it. But it is something that you definitely need to do, because you have to have good name and good relations out there in order to keep your company in good standing. One bad public relations event can sink your battleship. Personal selling uses in-person interaction to sell products and services. Type of communication is carried out by sales representatives. They're the personal connection between a buyer and a company and their products. And a lot of times people purchase because they like you as a salesperson, not necessarily because they like that product so much more being sold by you than someone selling it somewhere else, right? It's just because they have a personal connection with you, which is a good thing. Sales promotion. So on the left side, you see the consumer sales promotions. I have coupons, sweepstakes, premiums, rebates, things of that nature. In business to business sales promotions, you have trade shows and conventions, sales contests, product demonstrations, training, things of that nature. Direct marketing, right? I'm sure you know we still receive those things in the mail that people spend a lot of money on, and a lot of us just don't pay attention to them with new restaurants, new businesses, all kind of different things that you see, that are marketed to us, but maybe we don't pay too much attention to them because it's not digital marketing. So direct marketing activities bypass intermediaries and communicate directly with the individual consumer, right? Like I said, it comes to you in the mail. Direct marketing can be a powerful tool for anticipating and predicting customer needs and behaviors. Over time, as companies use consumer data to understand their target audience and market dynamics, they can develop more effective marketing campaigns. And that's the whole ideal scenario, is that you have a campaign, then you understand further and more what people want and what's working, and then you push towards that direction as opposed to the other direction. Disadvantage of direct marketing are concerns about privacy and information security. Digital marketing, which is becoming more and more ever so popular. It's an umbrella term used for digital tools to promote and market products, service, organizations, and brands. You have email and mobile marketing, which overlaps with direct marketing. Other essential tools in a digital marketing toolkit: websites, content marketing, search engine optimization, which is a key one, and social media marketing, also very, very key this day and age. Social media marketing is the use of online applications, networks, blogs, wikis, and other collaborative media for communicating brand messaging, conducting marketing, public relations, and lead generation. Three main objectives are create buzz, right? You want to create buzz about your company, have people talking about it, and fostering community and facilitating two-way communication, right? So you want people talking to you about it, you want people talking to their friends about it, talking about your service, talking about your product, and or both. Social media tools. So I want you to probably pause on this slide and look at the definitions for each. But you have blogs, you have YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google Plus, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and there are a lot more. But those are some of the main ones. So I want you to pause the video here, look at the tool, look at the description, have a clear understanding of all those. I think most of you guys already do have a clear understanding of these, but just review it, because it is something that we might be focusing on in one of the modules. Guerrilla marketing, and isn't that great? The McDonald's sign is they're crossing the crosswalk. Guerrilla marketing is a relatively new marketing strategy that relies on unconventional, often low-cost tactics to create awareness of and goodwill toward a brand, product, or service, or even a company. Like a flash mob. If you did a flash mob about something, brings a lot of attention to whatever you're selling or whatever you're doing. And speaking of here, guerrilla marketing tactics, so also press pause on this slide. I'm not going to go through all of them for you, but graffiti, stencil graffiti, undercover or stealth marketing, stickers, flash mobs, publicity stunts, treasure hunts, sham events. So all of those, I want you to look at all the different descriptions and be familiar with each one of those guerrilla marketing tactics. And that is it for Chapter 10. So make sure that you take your quiz, you watch your other supplemental videos, do everything that is assigned for this week. But like on this slide and the slide a couple slides back, make sure that you paused it. You read what was on the left side, and then you understood it when you read what was on the right side, on the left side to the right side, because you need to know how those things connect, right? You need to know that, hey, what a flash mob is. If there's a question on your test to say, well, how can a flash mob be used as a great guerrilla marketing tactic or tool? So that's it for Chapter 10. I hope you all have a good day and a great week. Remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and let me know. I will always be glad to assist. Thanks a lot and have a great day.